All right, this is one of my favorite hacks. After your title, the image is critical. Fortunately, there are simple ways to optimize your images. Using Photoshop, if you have it, or GIMP, which is a completely free tool available at gimp.org, you can increase the brightness and contrast of your images. This makes them pop amid a sea of non-optimized images. You see, most people don't give much care to their images, and they don't really think about how important their images are in getting people to their listings. But imagine that you're searching for something on eBay, and the first thing that happens is somebody has optimized their title, like we just showed you, so that appears towards the top of the page, right? And then if that same person optimized their images, their image looks crisp, clear, bright, and pops off the page. So guess what people are going to do? They're going to click on that one because that one is more exciting and more interesting looking. Most people just take a picture with their camera or even with their phone, and the image is uncropped. The item is actually very small inside the image. The item does not have proper contrast, so it looks really drab and really dreary, right? We're going to show you how to make your images pop and really make them more clickable, because by doing this, it increases your clicks, which is really the very first filter that you need to get through. So here's an image I took of a Bang & Olufsen phone, kind of a vintage 80s style telephone, right? And I found this at a flea market, just for your information. And this is a typical image that would show up on eBay. Now it's actually less than typical because notice that I used kind of a slight angle to the image, right? Where most people would photograph it straight on and it would lose a lot of drama and a lot of effect. I photographed it at kind of a slight angle, and if you really think about it, I photographed it looking down and at an angle, and then moved the camera a little bit to the left to get this kind of dramatic image that seems to have a little bit of movement from upper left to lower right, right? Now that image alone is better than a lot of images you see on eBay, but let's really make it pop by adding brightness and contrast. So here's the second image, and this is what I typically do with most of my images on eBay. Notice how it just pops off the page, right? Now if these two were in a grid with many other pictures, which one would you click on first? Well, obviously you'd click on this one. It just looks crisper, clearer, brighter, and it pops off the page. And all I did really was increase the brightness and the contrast, and I also cropped this image as compared to this one. So notice that the item fills most of the image, and that also helps to bring and add more drama to the image and more excitement. So if all you do is crop, add brightness, and add contrast to your images, you're going to be miles and miles ahead of your competition on eBay. More people will be clicking on your listings than all the other listings, and this hack alone will move you far ahead of the pack.